got my Sargent World Sport heated seat for the FJR. Just getting ready to map everything out and figure out where I want to put the controller and just take a look at what I've got. This is a nice feature. It's an under the seat storage bin. I'll put all my fuses and paperwork and whatever I might have in here. Zip ties, connectors, what have you. But it's a nice size box. Fits under the driver's seat. Pretty good deal. Here's the dongle for the connection to the controller. And let's see, over here I've got the actual heat controller itself, which is a nice unit. It's got Velcro on the bottom. It's got the battery connection, and then it's also got the seat connection. And I'll show you how that works later. But this here is the relay, and what this does is it turns off the seat when you turn off the motorcycle. So this particular connection right here, this wire right here, taps into an accessory line or a brake running light line, and that's what I've done on mine, is tapped into the brake running lights, just so that my current accessories shut off when I turn off the bike. That way I don't drain the battery. But it gave you some pretty good instructions on how to install it. Give you a wiring diagram and show the configuration, how you're supposed to tap into the battery and what the relay function is all about. But yeah, pretty good instructions, and then there's instructions set on how to run the controller. It's got really nice features. I'll get into that later, but yeah, pretty good information. I wanted to take just a minute to show the difference between the Sargent seat and the OEM front seat, for those of you who haven't seen them. But the big difference that I see right here is this riding platform, what's happening with the shape of the seat. The nose seems to be pretty much the same as far as distance. That seems to be the same, but the bigger difference is right here with the width of the seat. I can almost span the seat with my hand, and there's about an inch on either side as far as overall width. But the profiles look almost identical. You can see the contouring in the seat here, the leg drop area. But yeah, big difference in the overall width of the seat. And if you compare the bottom side of the seat, you've got the Sargent versus the OEM pan, and so it looks like this is all the same geometry here as far as where the cushions ride. The obvious difference here is the storage, and so the overall depth, it's really not that great a difference. I mean, they raise it up a little bit on the side, put a little flange in, and drop it down into the foam underneath. So that's the big difference, but everything else, for all practical purposes, is exactly the same as far as where the bumpers ride and the hardware for the latch mechanism. But yeah, that's the bottom side of the seat. So what they did to the front seat in the seating area, they did to the back seat as well. Here we've got this expanded seating platform compared to the OEM, which is almost as wide as my hand again. And here they've added an inch to either side, so they've improved the width of the seating area, so the passenger gets all the benefits of this. Here's a profile view. Compare side to side. You can see it's a little flatter, so they wouldn't slide forward. This has a pretty good dish in it. can't really tell because of the cover, but yeah, it's the same idea here. They've made the seat wider for the passenger, and of course they've got a backrest opening as well. So here we've got the underside of the Sargent seat compared to the OEM, and this is a receiver for the backrest. There's not, you saw the whole top side, but there's obviously hardware that goes in here. This is the receiver. It's got a long tongue that mounts in these two holes here and right there. And compared to the OEM, which is pretty clean, pretty straightforward, but all the hardware seems to be the same for the most part. Shape of the pan, basic support areas, and the way it locks into the frame. These tongues here. And then we've got the dongle for the heated connection. I don't have a separate controller for that, so I won't be dealing with that for this installation. I'm pretty sure I'm going to put the controller in this spot right on top of the reservoir. It's got the Velcro pad attached to it. I'll just stick it right here. And depending on how I'd like to do it, I might install it this way, running the wires down through the triple tree, or I might actually bring it around this side, but I'm not sure. I'll make that decision in a minute.